In the city of Kumasi, hammed under the thick heat of the late afternoon sun, but inside the tiny, crumbling house tucked away at the edge of Famlonga Junction, Asantewaa felt only cold. Her mother coughed violently in the next room. The doctor's words from the morning still echoed in her head. She needs surgery, and soon, or she won't be able to make it. But where would the money come from? She thought. Asantewaa, barely 22, had no steady job, no support, just a part-time cleaning gig and her prayers. When her neighbor, Asantewaa, asked her to clean out an abandoned house nearby, belonging to a late herbalist, Asantewaa didn't hesitate. She needed every cedi. The house was eerie, old, and quiet, and full of dust-coated relics. Bunch of dried herbs hanging from the ceiling. Shelves were lined with clay jars, labeled in faded tree script. Asantewaa moved carefully, sweeping and sorted. That was when she saw it. A wooden box, tucked inside the cracks in the wall. It looked deliberately hidden. Inside was a bracelet, copper, with a deep green stone arranged in a spiral pattern. She seemed to glow softly. She reached out, and the very moment her fingers brushed it, the air shifted. She slipped it on. An old woman's voice startled her. "Don't wear that, my child." She turned to the figure standing in the doorway. Tall, frail, with eyes that seemed to pierce time. "Who are you?" Asantewaa asked. "That bracelet belongs to Nanekia, the herbalist. It grants wishes, one each full moon, but every wish carries a cost." "What kind of cost?" Asantewaa asked curiously. The woman didn't answer. She just said, "Don't use it unless you're ready to lose everything precious." Then she was gone. That night, Asantewaa sat beside her mother's bed. The bracelet pulsed softly. She stared at it, heart pounding. "I wish my mom would be healed," she whispered. Heat surged through her arms. Her vision blurred, and the room shimmered for a minute. She waited. The next morning, her mother woke up with clear colors in her cheek and clarity in her voice. The sickness seemed to have vanished overnight. Asantewaa cried with joy, but her phone rang minutes later with sad news. It was her childhood friend Kwame. His father had suddenly passed away of the same illness Asantewa's mother's had, and she had been healed from. She froze. Her joy turned to guilt. Had she stolen her life? She questioned herself. The next month, with rent due and no money at hand, she resisted the temptation. But on the full moon night, the bracelets pulsed again, whispering her name. She caved. "I wish for enough money to cover everything this month." The next day, she found a hidden stash of money in a drawer at her cleaning job. Her employer, Mrs. Asari, was distraught. Her savings had gone missing. Asantewaa didn't return to work. More months passed. more wishes, a scholarship, a new apartment, her mother's medicine, and every time the bracelets delivered, and every time something terrible happened nearby, a fire, a theft, a miscarriage. She tried to ignore it, told herself the world was full of bad things, but the guilt grew. The bracelet grew heavier. And then one day came a voice. "You've borrowed too much," it said one day. Asantewaa screamed, tearing at the bracelet, but it wouldn't budge. It wouldn't come off. The stone now glowed a deep sinister red. She ran to a shrine in the hills outside Kumasi. The priestess there examined her silently. This bracelet was forged in pain. It burned itself to desires. Every wish drained someone else's life. "How do I break it?" Asantewaa asked in fear. "You must give it to someone who desires nothing. Someone who was content with their life, regardless of the situation. That is the only way to end the curse." Asantewaa returned home. She didn't wish for food again. Life became harder. Her mother's sickness relapsed. Food became scarce, but she endured it all. One day, while handing out food at a local shelter, she met a girl named Mansa. Thin, barefoot, but smiling. Mansa had nothing. No family, no roof over her head. But she smiled, laughed, sang, and helped others. "Why are you so happy?" Asantewaa asked her. "Because I'm alive and I can still dance," Mansa replied joyfully. Asantewaa reached for her wrist. The bracelet, still warm and wicked, loosened. It slid off for the first time in months. "Will you wear this?" she asked. Mansa touched it. "It's pretty, but I don't need anything." The bracelet's glow faded. The weight lifted. Asantewaa fell to her knees, crying. Years later, Asantewaa became a popular counselor, helping young girls avoid shortcuts and curse disguised as blessings. And somewhere in the dusty corners of Kumasi, a bracelet sleeps, waiting for the next desperate soul. But until then, peace reigns in Asantewaa's life. And peace, she learned, is the most magical thing of all.